Why, hey there, guys. How's it going? Sloppy here, playing some more Minecraft, the vanilla kind. The vanilla, not the chocolate. That stuff's gross. I'm all about this vanilla Minecraft, and still don't know if I like the wall. Anyway, what's going on? Last time we were working on this. If you guys missed it, we were working on this area near the water, and the world is... I've been having some internet issues today. Not sure what's going on, really, because I think it's my PC, because everything else that has internet is working completely fine. Ooh, look at all the fish. Everything else that has internet is working completely fine, and for some reason just this PC is struggling today. Anyway, we worked on this area a little bit, which is coming together pretty well. The only thing I want to change is, well, I want to finish this building first and foremost. I want to finish the exterior of it and get probably the other furnaces hooked up. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure I want all 16 of these hooked up. We've got this little loader that we're going to hide somehow. Basically, there'll be a minecart. We just don't have it on there right now. Why am I getting such choppy frames right now? What is going on? Chunk update, it's all this stuff. I don't know. Something's off with Minecraft right now. Anyway, I just want to get this building sort of up and a little bit completed. I also want to switch out this grass. I kind of want to make this a little bit more sandy. So we're probably going to keep the sand going over this direction. The other thing I want to do is sort of rough up the sand. I guess I just won't turn my head as much because that seems to be where it's getting a little chunky. Is it the particles? What's going on here? Particles, minimal, max frame rate. Sometimes just chopping this down to like a fixed one is... yeah, actually, maybe it was all the torches. That does feel significantly better. It's pretty much locked at 60 now. I feel like maybe my monitors... Anyway, not important. A little bit of problem solving. I want to get a pathway hooked up, but I also want to rough up this sand a little bit. We're going to do that in a few different ways, but I just sort of want to get the sandy area fixed. So like a lot of this sand I think should be grass, and then a lot of this grass over here I think should be sand. So I'm just going to do a little bit of terraforming. We're going to finish this building, and that's how we're starting out today, with a bang. I just want to get stuff done, you know what I mean? One of those days where I'm just like, you know what would be cool? Productivity. Not sure it'll happen, but wow, the lag though. I don't know what's going on. It feels real bad right now. I need Optifine stat. So, let's take a peek at how this looks. Zoom. Are we gonna get a baby? Are we gonna get a baby? I don't think so. Anyway, I switched our server back to 1.13. We were on 1.13.1, and 1.13 seems to be running significantly better. So, this place, not looking the best at the moment, but it will. Don't worry about it. It looks a lot better with sort of a line in the sand, as it were. You can see over here I've started sort of adding little details. I think this will actually work. These are stairs. They have a little bit of a texture on the bottom. They used to stand out a little bit more. This texture pack, the new textures, that's sandstone, don't stand out as well. I think what we're going to do, though, is use sort of the disruption as a pathway block. So down here we'll probably have a path, and then there'll be other stuff in the area. So we might do this as sort of the path, and then use some of the path blocks. They're a bit lighter as well. If you use them in sort of larger sections, back here you can see they have a pretty nice color, so probably going to try and use a little bit more of that. Anyway, in here, this place is pretty big. I ran out of cobble, strangely enough, so we're going to have to get some cobble to finish this, but what I'm hoping is to hide this entire thing sort of behind like a glass wall, so that I don't have to... Well, no, I want to see it. I don't want to be able to touch it. So that means we're kind of going to try and finish the design of it and everything so that we can kind of put it behind. So what I'm going to do is move it a few blocks back. I'm also going to essentially just build one side completely. I don't want to use all of my iron quite yet. What I'm going to do is set up one side completely, and then basically have the other side in place and ready to go if I do want to set it up, but I'm not going to set it up yet, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do one side and then, you know, worry about the other side. The other thing I want to do is basically not be able to see any of this too much. So I kind of want to tuck this all probably into that wall. And basically just have two chests, one for fuel, one for dropping stuff off, and then one chest somewhere to pick up the items, which we're going to try and do. I think we're going to try and use a minecart with a hopper. I'm not sure if it'll keep up. I'm also not sure if a minecart with a hopper can actually pick up out of a furnace. I'm going to test that a little bit. But yeah, essentially I want to not be able to... I don't want to touch these. I want them to basically be behind a wall and have everything that I just put stuff in a chest and it does its job. I'm also going to finish up the roof and everything. But yeah, we're going to move this all backwards a little bit. I really like the way this is coming together. I like that it's all sand. I think it'll be good. We just need to do a little bit more... Like, I need this to be busier in front of it, because I kind of want it to look... Like, I want this dock area to look like it's getting used a lot, you know, by different services and whatever. So, yeah. So, finished the roof and everything. Got some parts I gotta work out. Fair. Got some parts I gotta work out, but the roof and stuff is all done. Now it's time... Excuse me, to do a bit of the interior and the walls. So that'll be something. I've got this set up. So that's the loading chest. This is just a temporary wall. I wanted to see just how I could hide it a little bit. It's a little awkward, but there's a few new things. The loading mechanic's all the same. But you can see there's a few different things. I found out you can actually use a hopper minecart to pull cooked things. So the only thing it'll pull out of the bottom is the finished product. So this will actually pull them out. And then I've done just 2 hoppers under the track. So it'll just go back and forth and drop finished things into this chest. And then I've hooked up a little thing. So if you guys don't know, you can compare a furnace. So this will output a signal if it's cooking or if there's finished things sitting there. So basically this minecart hopper is only going to go if this first furnace has things that are finished or things that are being cooked in it. And the reason it's doing the first furnace is because this will be the first thing to get items. So in theory, it'll also be the last thing to get items if we use full stacks. So we might end up leaving a few things in furnaces if it doesn't work out, but probably not enough that it'll matter a huge amount. So yeah, I just didn't want it bouncing back and forth all the time, which this cart is kind of going to be. I didn't really put in a failsafe. So this thing only stops if there's items to be picked up, otherwise it's moving back and forth, which originally I was thinking about getting something to do with that, but then I thought, well, I did want this area to be kind of busy and have stuff going, so maybe the sound of a minecart always moving will make it sound kind of busy. And yeah, anyway, this place kind of looks how I wanted it to. I wanted it to have sort of a warehousey vibe, and I think it does. Now we just gotta fill in some spots, maybe get some glass in here. We also just got to organize this place slightly. I do want these to be open. I think I talked about that. I want them to kind of look like little garages or something. So we do have to work on that. We also got to get a floor in here. I think I'm going to go with gravel and maybe some spruce and maybe some path block stuff. But I think I'm going to get the floor in first and go from there. I think it looks pretty good, though. I really like the interior of it. The exterior is going to be a little more tricky. It's going to be a little bit more tricky to do the exterior, but you know, this kelp is great, but boy, is it kind of a pain to get right now. I really need to go get some depth strider, get some aqua affinity, because I'm slow moving. I'm just grinding away trying to get some kelp, and I can barely do it. So I gotta go enchanting, because that is not the way I want to rock and roll right now. Anyway, I've got this place rock and rolling a little bit. I'm still not sure where I want to put the fuel chest. I don't know if I mentioned that. So that's why you don't really see any fuel chest anywhere right now. I can put it kind of anywhere because it's going to be a minecart. I'm just not sure where I want it quite yet, so that's why I'm not sure how I'm going to do fuel, and you know, there's just a bunch of reasons. Anyway, let's drop all this stuff in. Yeah, I gotta go enchant, which is always a blast if you are just going to an you know, when you go to an enchanting table and you're just trying to get anything. No, what am I trying to... You know when you go to an enchanting table and you're just trying to get a specific thing? I find that's always the worst time to enchant, because it's just such a drag, because you're not going to get it. You know, the Minecraft... I'm confusing myself. I'm over here at the zombie farm, and things are going pretty well. I've got a helmet that has respiration and aqua affinity. Now, I don't really remember. I know respiration, I can assume, helps you breathe longer underwater. I don't really remember what aqua affinity does. Maybe it helps you see better? I don't know. Either way, it's not actually that great of a helmet. It's not terrible. I got unbreaking on it. I think I have some protection books, so I could, you know, I could do protection 4 onto it, but I don't really care that much. I do want to make some more boots. I don't have any Depth Strider books, so that's sort of what I'm on right now, is trying to get Depth Strider. So that's fun. That should be a blast. Luckily this thing's here, or else it would be a pain. I really do want to do something with that double blaze spawner, because it would be like 10 times quicker than this, because they give a lot more XP. But hey, at least there's this, right? I guess. Trading with villagers seems actually sometimes faster, but yeah. Got the enchanting setup here. I'm trying to build an entire enchanting setup. I took a lot of this to trade with our Rotten Flesh guy. I'm trying to make an entire enchanting setup just off bookshelves that I trade with librarians. I think I actually probably can, but that'll be fun. Build a cool arcane shop or something in town. Now I'm just talking. I'm just trying to get Depth Strider. We got to 30. Now let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Depth Strider 3. Perfect. We've got Unbreaking. We've got Feather Falling. Let's combine you two. Can I save a few levels? Sure. Cool. So let's do a little playing with this. See how much faster. Bloop. This thing's nice. This thing's nice. It's a good little starter farm. I'm curious how much this does. We need to get a water stream here. This takes far too long. Far too long. It's too loud. It's too loud to do. I'm amazed how much more stable 1.13 is than 1.13.1. Optifine can't come soon enough though. So let's go. So this is the normal speed. Wow, the respiration's making a big difference too. Look at my bubbles haven't gone down at all. If I take that off, like they're going down immediately. If I put my shoes on, I'm actually not swimming that much faster. I'm also not sure what Aqua Affinity does. So that's my speed with Depth Strider, right? Yeah. That's my speed without. Yeah, it is faster. For some reason I thought it would be like significantly faster, but it's faster, it's just not like... It's not crazy faster. Depth Strider... I think Depth Strider 3 is the highest you can get, right? There's no Depth Strider 4 or 5. Anyway, this is the perilous journey I have to do every time. One of my next goals is to get a safer tunnel. A safer tunnel over to where we need to be. Because this is... I mean, that's only 2 thick because I enforced it. Otherwise, that's 1 thick. So that's a gas blast away from being done and dusted, but yeah, this is my journey. I think I showed you guys the double XP, or the double blaze farm here. Got 2 that you can activate, which is pretty cool, so I do want to do something with that at some point, and right below that is actually the portal to our little village. Kind of a weird thing. I do want to do another nether portal on, like, I kind of want a nether portal at each side of this build, because it's sort of spread out. I kind of want one portal sort of over here, one over near our water, and then one up on top of that hill. I want to do something. So that's the goal eventually. Anywho, let's, I don't think I've done anything. I was just enchanting. I don't have much more time to record. It takes a while to do anything in this game. I just get so caught up in doing stuff. Wow, there's a lot to sort out down there. It seems like every time I check it, it's just like, oh, that's going to take a little bit of time. Not that that's a bad thing. It means the farm's working well. That's good. This is probably full still. Again, I guess I should say. Yeah, I should just get rid of that. I don't know why I keep... I don't know. I remember hearing that stuff sitting on top of a hopper is like significantly worse than stuff on the ground because like the hopper needs to keep checking to see if it can take it or something. Anywho, this room here, you can see I added some glass in that backside. It looks pretty good. We've still got to muff up the floor a bit, which is going to be a little... should be a little bit difficult and different. Either way, I'm going to try and finish the floor before we end here today. So, yeah, let me just get on that, and then we'll deal with the rest. Yeah, let me just finish this floor, and then we'll end today.